Welcome to the Our Team Podcast, powered by eXp Realty. Are you an agent looking to level up? Are you someone looking to buy or sell real estate? Fantastic. This is the show for you.
Thank you for joining us at the Our Team Podcast. I'm super excited to have you with us today. This is Steph Winter.
Thanks, Brian. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about a lot of stuff here on this podcast, but what I'm excited about today is we're taking a little bit of different spin because we've been talking a lot about content creation. Mm-hmm. And actually, we're doing content creation right now.
Yeah.
It's happening right now.
And it works.
It does work. It's actually incredible because we get a lot of phone calls. We get a lot of people reaching out. It really helps to attract quality agents. It also, it just gives a lot of, I think it's just good for the industry when agents are just willing to share what's working for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I want to be a part of that group of people that are just giving back.
A rising tide lifts all ships.
Where did you come up with that?
Oh, I didn't make it up myself.
I think that's a Tom Ferry thing.
Oh, that was before Tom Ferry.
Oh, really? Nothing is before Tom Ferry.
Yeah. Mike Ferry was before Tom Ferry.
Oh, I forgot about Mike Ferry. Very good. It is important to do a lot of content creation because you don't want to be a secret agent. You want to get good content out there. It's really good for you as an agent when you're working with buyers and sellers so that you're present out there. But there's one thing that I want to talk about that we should be doing. We should pivot just a little bit and not so much focus on content creation right now. I think it's a better play. And I heard Kyle talking about this the other day too. So once I started diving in, I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Instead of doing a ton of content creation, let's talk about the other side of it. And that is spending more time engaging on social media. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about Facebook and Instagram primarily here. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to engage with your audience. Mm-hmm. You get that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then Facebook and Instagram don't know that they should be showing them your stuff. It's not their fault.
Well, you're building your community.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to engage in your community.
Yeah.
And people are hungry for community. And if there's no engagement, there's no community. So there's no connection.
If you're just posting, I don't care how good it is. If you're not out there also engaging with their stuff, they're not going to see your posting.
That's true, because on my Facebook has a lot less traction because I'm not as active on that one as I am on Instagram.
And mine's the exact opposite because I'm on Facebook all the time, actually engaging with my sphere. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about supercharging your sphere. Mm-hmm. So by talking about this, first I'm assuming that you have a lot of your past clients and a lot of your prospects and a lot of the people you're farming with are friends. You've actually friended them on Facebook and Instagram, so they're actually part of your sphere on social media. So if you want to supercharge that sphere and get a lot more engagement and get a lot more face time with them so they see your content, then you have to engage with specificity. It's like not just say happy birthday, but maybe send them a video that says happy birthday. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Make it way more personal. Engage publicly, either in their feed, or you can do it even privately. I've learned that if you're engaging with somebody by direct message, Facebook will still see that as you engaging with that account. So it doesn't have to be in their feed. It doesn't have to be in a direct it can be in their feed, direct message. You know how each platform has reels, stories, standard posts? Mm-hmm. Well, it all counts. Mm-hmm. So as long as you're engaging with that account, that type of interaction is seen as one thing. Mm-hmm. So you should be out there engaging with their stories. You should be out there engaging with their videos that they're doing.
Yeah, this is a good practice because as you're going through each one of these bullet points, I'm realizing the areas of opportunity because, just going through day to day, you get really busy and you kind of just deal with what's in front of you. Yeah. But now I'm realizing how I could go deeper and really time block some time to go in and start making this more of a standard practice.
100%.
And I think this is great timing to bring this up because we are ebbing into a more balanced market, a more fair and balanced market, with inventory being so low and interest rates being higher. It's just really kind of causing a stalemate, which is, you know, a little nerve wracking because we're not seeing as many transactions, but it's also been a little bit relieving and refreshing that the pace has slowed down a little bit, and it's allowing us to really dive into our business and start doing the basics that keep business going. Because for the last 2 years, the unicorn years, everything's been moving so fast that you can literally only deal with what's right in front of your face. There hasn't been time for prospecting. Barely minimal. Right. So it's nice to think that we can go back and, you know, you couldn't work with your sphere the last couple of years, which is going to lead into our next podcast, and really generate what's in their best interest. You know, where would you move if you were to move next? How can I help you facilitate that? Do you know the steps that you need to take, and even think about that? Right. Like, as an agent, I haven't been able to do that with my clients for the last couple of years because it's been like, oh, a lead comes in, they're ready to go. We need to move fast for them. They're ready to go. Right. It's not the move people off the fence. It wasn't the move people off the fence market. Right. It was a grab my hand and let's run market. Yeah, that was we're more into a hunter's market right now. And before that was just a gatherer's market. Yes, and that's why we're seeing gathering, and now it's more of a hunter's. So many agents drop out. Anybody who got their license 2020 or after, I mean, they only saw the boom, boom, boom of the market, and now they don't have anything sustaining them to keep them in, and they're forced to drop out of the industry without knowing what they need to do because the timing to build a sustainable, long-lasting business just didn't present itself for many people. That's right. And now we're in where we really have no choice. We have to be working on our business like crazy. And, if you're in this for the long haul, then you're in a great seat because the market is going to change. And if you're doing the things we're talking about right now, building your reputation, getting to a place where a lot of people know, like, and trust you, then when that switch turns on again, you're going to be really set up for success. So let's get back to supercharging your sphere on social media. There's a lot of magic moments that happen. I mean, think about the things that people will post, right? Everything from a picture of their steak, you know, hey, trying out a new restaurant, right? God, I'm so hungry right now. Why'd you have to say a steak? I didn't mean to. I meant to say liver. Eating liver? Nobody eats liver anymore. That was better. Yeah, it was better. Now I'm thirsty. Just kidding. Oh, jeez. So let's say somebody does that. It's an incredible plate of food or whatever. That's an opportunity to say, oh my gosh, that is phenomenal. I would love to try that restaurant, right? Have you eaten there before? Get the conversation going just a little bit on their feed. Why not? It just takes a few seconds. Yeah. And it's you're going to be top of mind. But again, what you're doing is you're showing Instagram or Facebook that you two connected and you're talking. And so when you do your posts, you know, you get the idea. What about weddings? Everyone's posting stuff about a new wedding or whatever. Can you think of any other things that people post about a lot? Everything. Babies, their food, their emotions. Yep. Any accomplishment, right? Yeah. Yep. So don't miss out on those opportunities. When you see somebody post something, you know, and sometimes it's people will post something like, I really hate my life right now, you know, and they just need to pick me up, you know. I mean, and people will put that out there. I have a lot of people in my feed that will do that stuff because they're always so focused on politics, and that can be such a negative, ugly thing. And so when they're doing that, I like to be that guy that reminds them that, hey, you know what, the pendulums will swing the other way too. So just, you know, encourage them. And the thing about social media is it's so two-dimensional. Yeah. Like, it's really two-dimensional. Yeah. You're getting the words on the screen. You're not getting all of the nuances behind that statement. Right. And that's why you get so much social media, you know, discourse and whatever else. So popping in with like a two-dimensional positive statement that says, I'm sharing in your success. I'm sharing in your energy. Yep. I'm excited to see you succeed. You know, that kind of touch point is going to go a long way. And if you really want to supercharge it, really want to supercharge it, then shoot a quick video that says, hey, Karen, I shouldn't use the word Karen because that's always a downer. Hey, Julie, I saw that you were really having a bad day today. I just want you to know I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you. Throwing some love your way, right? Something like that. And it's genuine, and you send it to them via Messenger. Honestly, those are my favorite ones to send. Or just like, hey, just like have even randomly out of nowhere. I ran into a girl that I've known since middle school. I ran into her at the grocery store a couple weeks ago, and I've been seeing her on social media. She's been building a wedding planning business. Her social media has been taking off. I've reached out to her a couple times on Instagram, like, hey, oh my gosh, everything looks so great.
Yeah.
I love working weddings. I'm like, if you ever need extra staff, call me.
That's cool.
If an officiant doesn't show up, I can officiate a wedding, call me. So it was great to run into her in person, found out a little bit more about her business and what's going on with her and how she wants to grow. So this is what was so cool about it, is we've been doing soft touch points, and then we're in real estate. We're always in business education and how to grow our business and how to communicate more and how to have a mindset and da-da-da. And our advantage is we can connect with other small business owners who may not have had the same resources and support and trainings that we've had for the last 10 years. Yeah. So I'm looking at her, watching her build her business, and I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, she is so good at what she is doing. She absolutely deserves to flourish and grow. And so when I ran into her in person, her questions, she was like, and I was like, you everything you're doing looks amazing. Your social media is on point. I'm excited to watch you grow.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm so glad you're saying that, because I've been wanting to increase my prices and I've been so nervous about it. Like, are people what's going to be the feedback? So we got to role play the event of her increasing her prices in front of the grocery store.
Wow. Later
that week, she posted, I'm increasing my prices.
Yeah.
Right. And so it was just that touch point and that little bit of coaching and that little bit, not even coaching, but like camaraderie of like, hey girl, we've been friends. I've known you since we were 11 and now we're grown adults starting our own, running our own businesses. And how can I support you? How can I help you? I have another friend who started a meetup group on social media, which they meet in person. But it's become this huge thing of community.
Wow.
And, everyone gets to celebrate in each other's successes. Yeah. My joke in that group is type A's welcome, because we're all like type A business type women. Yeah. So it's really fun and really cool. But it's and that's, I think, what makes this business fun too, is like, you can kind of forget. You can kind of get into the humdrum of like the contracts and the technicalities and the where's my next deal coming from. But when you take the step back and you start connecting with your sphere and you remember why you got into this business, the people that you want to help, right? Like, love the Zillow leads, love working with strangers. But when I can help somebody I've known for my whole life, that, it's a different level of responsibility and it's a different level of excitement.
Well, and it's more fun because you kind of know them already. You know?
Yeah.
But you still can't assume that they're going to use you when it's when it's time for them to make a move.
No.
So you have a much better chance of that happening if you are doing things like this to supercharge your sphere. So the whole point of this podcast, the whole point of this, is to make sure that you're building in some time each day, not just creating content as an agent, but taking the time to do what's necessary to make sure your content is seen.
Well, and some of the content has gotten real cringy. I mean, even I've made a couple of reels that I've been like, ugh, just like, trying to put out content, trying to, hit the algorithm. You need to post one reel a day, different challenges, right? And so you're going through, seeing what the trends are. And I think jumping on trends is not trending.
Yeah.
I feel like that should not be trending.
I've
like
never
whatever a trend is, like so many of those they're cringy. They don't add value. They're maybe for inter-industry, but not business to consumer industry.
As a team leader, I'm hit with so many things throughout the day that I always have content. Because things will come up. Like I spoke to Jerry we were talking. Well, I could go on and on with.
Well, that's organic content.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going through your day to day.
Putting out this content that is just so relatable to the team because we're always talking.
Well, and my business was super slow, right? And I wasn't in action. I wasn't in activity. That's when I made the cringy videos because I was just like grasping at teeth, trying to stay active. Yeah. And that's totally fine because it gets a little traction, it gets a little exposure. Yeah. I can maybe get a couple of unfollows. That's fine.
That's fine. It only hurts for a second.
Yeah.
I want to drive this point home again, just in case you missed it. Video is best. It is the best way.
Sending a video.
Send the video. So if it's a birthday, Save the public, just quickly go on there. Hey, happy birthday, saw it's your birthday, great. You can do that publicly in the feed like everyone else is doing. But here's what no one else is doing. They're not shooting a quick video that says, hey, Sally, I wanted to say happy birthday. Hope you have an incredible day. And I'm following you today, so be sure to post some pictures on whatever you want to say.
You know what's so funny? Every time you say this, I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, okay, I got to do more video. Because I go through phases where like, it's more easy to just throw up a video and send something. And there's phases where you're not. But then I think about why I'm here.
Yeah.
And if I go back in time to the very beginning of our text messages, I'm sure at the very beginning, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
There are like video text messages from you.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, Stephanie,
Absolutely
so excited to meet you. So excited to talk with you. Excited to bring you over to the team, show you what we have.
Yeah.
Like, I distinctly, every time you start talking about this, I'm like, that's right. He sent me a video.
Yep. And you saw my face and it didn't scare you.
Well, because here's the thing. When you're just commenting, this is again going back to the two-dimensional.
Yeah.
When you're just commenting, it's two-dimensional. And that's
right.
where we get our little Facebook rants. And you didn't know what I said. You took it out of context.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. You just think I meant this. You think I'm a horrible... But when you send the video, you're getting their mannerisms, you're getting their energy, their aura. Whether you're realizing you're seeing someone's aura or not, you're seeing someone's aura.
Well, the real inflection in their voice.
Yeah, tone of voice.
Yep, because you can tell a huge story with a few words with your inflection. So anyway, I just thought that would be important to bring up. So the point of this whole thing is that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of those pages that you're out there putting content on. If you want your stuff to be seen, then you have to engage with your sphere. So take time to engage with your sphere.
So what would you suggest, like 10 to 15 minutes a day where you're consciously engaging, and then maybe have a little tally mark as to how many people you engaged with?
I mean, it could just be your daily toilet time.
I think my system works better, because if I'm daily toilet timing, then I'm just
you're just
scrolling, doom scrolling.
Well, actually, you're not going to be able to shoot video during the toilet time. So I digress. That's not a good time to do it. I think it should be 30 minutes a day. I really do.
I prefer keeping the restroom as a place of rest. And if there's like 5 minutes where I cannot have my phone, I'm not telling the truth at all. I get major anxiety if I don't take my phone to the bathroom.
I know. Everyone does. We all, it is what it is.
I think it's a good idea to get there.
Right. So to answer your question, time blocking is extremely important. If you don't time block, then you aren't running your business right.
I think this is absolutely something you have to time block, where you are strategically, consistently with a purpose.
That's right.
Going in there, because if you think like, oh, I'm just going to jump on and see then you're never going to do it. You're going to talk yourself out of it. You're going to find 1,000 excuses as to why it's not. Oh, this is going to sound stupid. Yeah. Oh, I didn't put my hair today. I'm not going to send a video.
Well, and if video really isn't your thing, even though it is the best way to make an impact, just engaging works too. So just the point is, don't just say happy birthday and leave on. Be specific. Happy birthday. What are you going to do today? Because that's going to demand a response. So now all of a sudden you're back and forth on the page instead of just happy birthday, one and done. Mm-hmm. That's not enough. In order to do what it takes, take a half hour a day, engage with your sphere. It's your business. That's your business, right? Mm-hmm. Those are your people. Engage with your sphere, but do it in a way that causes them to respond to you. So it's going to be one of those things where you spend 30 minutes a day putting it out there, but you're going to be kind of on and off the rest of the day with the back and forths.
Yeah.
They might not respond for a day, but they will at some point, right? So you're just kind of keeping that machine going. So just spend some time going after the new ones, and then just let it just turn into a machine. You could even follow up
a week later, like, hey, I saw it was your birthday. Mm-hmm. It's been so long since we've talked.
Yep.
How are you? What's new? How did you celebrate?
Right. Exactly. So you get the idea.
Yeah.
And once you start to engage with your sphere, you'll notice that a lot of people will see your content. The point is, you still have to be doing the content. Yes. You still got to be putting out there quality content to let people know that you sell real estate. Your social proof is out there. You're doing it. But more people will see that. Doing it well. Yeah, more people will see that if you engage with them. So don't forget to spend more time. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for putting up with me through this podcast.
Great.
Thank you for joining me, because it's always better when you join me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me here.
All right.
Hey, wait,
catch you guys later.
Before you go, would you do us a favor?
If you found any value in this content, would you please like and subscribe to it? Maybe even leave a comment. It really helps us out.